with I think Friday being the deadline. They have to respond as either they're going to resign from office or they are going to write a statement of 200 words or less defending themselves. Now, if it goes that route and they don't resign, the next round of petitions to be signed will take place sometime next week, and those petitions and those signatures put them, all three of them, up on the ballot for their recall. So there is another round of petitions still for their recall. Many citizens are asking for their resignation, stating they have harmed the city enough as they are costing the city more money in lawsuits. Citizens are tired of the bickering at the meetings by Gilliams, and they don't believe Parris is fit to sit on the city council. Gilliams and Parris both received the most petitions on the recall. Also, what was that crazy monster that everyone saw Saturday morning? My friend Florida Man Joe posted a video of huge trails of clouds of smoke, but nobody told Joe that there was a SpaceX launch early morning Saturday. As the sun was rising, it was highlighting what had happened when the rocket was launched. So it kind of had a weird looking tail to it. And so that's what happened. If you were still wondering what that was a SpaceX launch. There are still a couple of more launches this month for SpaceX. They're trying to get the high-speed internet going by launching these satellites up in the in space, and that's going to provide us with high-speed internet all over the globe. And right now they have 400 satellites up there, and that provides moderate speeds, but they have to get 800 satellites to get high speed. So that's what is going on with SpaceX. We got more reports that another woman has come forward and filed a complaint with the Vero Beach Police Department against Crab Stop owner Ellis Buckner. She is now the fourth woman who has filed a complaint this past week and making allegations of sexual harassment at the workplace. Police are investigating those cases at this time. Now, Buckner was arrested Friday after a woman at the Sebastian Crab Stop said that he touched her thigh and told her that she had nice legs, followed by, "Nice, you've been working out." However, Buckner said he was just trying to fix a fan that is used to dry the floors behind the bar. And he did put his hand out to assure that she didn't bump into him. Now, the Crab Stop owners denied the allegations. Brandy Buckner, Ellis's wife, told Sebastian Daily, quote, "This is definitely not true, and we've contacted our attorney who advised us not to speak to anyone until further notice." We do want to mention that Ellis Buckner is innocent until proven guilty. The events that are going on today, there's music at Earl's. We just drove by there. It is packed. A lot of people there. Some good music going on. That music is lasting until 6 o'clock this evening. And at 5 o'clock, the Overrated Band will be playing at Captain Hiram's Sandbar. Hey, for more news, just go to sebastiandaily.com and you'll see all the headlines right there on the home page. While you're there, subscribe to our newsletter so you can get in on some free deals and discounts. All you have to do is when you go to sebastiandaily.com, click on the newsletter button at the top, fill out the form, and you can begin getting our newsletter, News Around Sebastian. Coronavirus update. The number of new cases in Florida jumped to over 2,300 on Friday, and on Saturday, which was yesterday, it jumped to over 2,200. Now we are in phase 2. There is more testing going on statewide, and so those numbers are going up as we've been repeating on our newscasts. But 2,300 is a lot. But we're also looking at the number of hospitalizations, which in our area, very low. And statewide, we're looking at the number of deaths, and they are going down. In fact, they're on a downturn right now. They went from something like 60 a day to 11 a day, something like that on the charts. So let's watch these the number of deaths this week. It's a very important week coming up for this because some of these tests are about a week behind, and some of these reports, when they report the number of deaths, they're also a week behind. So let's keep an eye on these numbers. Another area of concern is Fellsmere. They now have 22 cases, and that was they had 15 prior to their testing last Thursday. Last Thursday they tested a lot of people out in Fellsmere, and we don't have the results of those tests yet. So when there's 22 people who have tested positive in Fellsmere, that does not come from the tests that were done on Thursday. That has yet to be released, and that'll be released this week. So we gotta watch Fellsmere. It's kind of concerning, and I know some people say, well, it's only 22 cases, but that 22 happened within a week. It just went from 1 case to 2 case to 9 case to 11 to 15 to 22. It's very concerning right now. So that's an area we need to watch. Sebastian, just 1 new case. We're at 15 right now. Sebastian is doing very well right now. Vero Beach, 140 cases. Palm Bay, 72. Barefoot Bay has 1 new case. They have 3 cases now in Barefoot Bay. Mico, 0. 1 in Grant, 1 in Malabar. Indian River County, 205 cases, 11 deaths. Over 8,200 people tested negative. 36 people in the hospital. That is up 2 within 5 days. So again, Indian River County and Sebastian, our area is looking really, really good when you compare that to Northern Brevard or Orlando or Miami. We're really doing good. Just continue to wash your hands regularly. Practice social distance, and wear a mask when you can't practice social distance. Let's look at Brevard County. 541 cases, 15 deaths, over 29,000 people tested negative, and 77 people in the hospital. In Florida, there are over 75,000 cases in Florida, almost 3,000 deaths, and 1.3 million people in Florida tested negative for coronavirus COVID-19. And there are about almost 12,000 people statewide in the hospital. Now, these numbers keep going up and up and up. The people in the hospital, the people who tested positive in our area and elsewhere, they just keep going up. There are no recovery numbers. So these numbers might be a lot that might be less than what they are giving us. So unfortunately, until they start giving us recovery numbers, we don't have 100% accuracy of how many people actually have the coronavirus here in our area. But listen, we're doing everything right. As long as you're doing everything to protect yourself, no need to worry, no need to be nervous. Like I said, wash your hands frequently, practice social distancing, wear a mask when you cannot practice social distancing, and if you're ill or have a chronic condition, just stay away from public areas right now. You can go to the park, walk around the park, but I wouldn't get close to anyone. We just have to sit this out until this virus passes through, and that might take several months still. You know, this thing's going to be here for a little while, unfortunately. But at least we're not on a lockdown, and that's really important. So everyone, I hope you're having a great weekend. A lot of boaters out this weekend. I think someone said there were close to 300 boats out on that sandbar. Please, if you're out there, please social distance. Please, I'm asking you. I'm coming to you live at Riverview